Hi guys, Sandra here of the blog with SensibleMom.com, and today I'm going to show you how my family makes homemade pizza. So let's get started. Okay, first I'm going to introduce you to my lovely assistant. This is Elizabeth, my 4-year-old daughter, and she loves to help me in the kitchen, and she's going to be helping Mommy today. You excited about that, Elizabeth? Yeah? Okay. And to help with the pizzas today, Elizabeth's going to be using the Curious Chef 5-piece pizza kit, which includes a pizza server, a mixing spatula, a cute tomato cutting board, a large plastic knife, and a pizza cutter. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys the ingredients that you need to make the pizza crust. And keep in mind that this recipe is actually going to make 3 crusts, so you're going to get a lot out of it. And first off, you need 4 cups of bread flour, but you can also use all-purpose flour or even the stone ground flour that you get from Costco if you don't have bread flour on hand. So you'll need 4 cups of bread flour in your bowl, and then you'll also need some extra for the counter for when you're kneading the dough. Next, you're going to need 1 3/4 teaspoons of salt, and I'm just using my favorite Himalayan Pink Salt. Next, you're going to need either 1 envelope of instant or RapidRise yeast, or if you're like us and make pizza often and buy the bigger jars of yeast here from the grocery store, you're going to measure out 2 1/4 teaspoons. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, and then your final ingredient is 1 3/4 cups of warm water, and you want your water to be somewhere between 120 and 130 degrees. You don't want it to go much higher than that because at 140 degrees you'll kill your yeast, and you don't want to kill your yeast, you just want to activate it. So I like to use a thermometer just to check the temperature of my water and make sure that it's at a good temperature. And that is our final ingredient though. So now we're going to go ahead and put everything together and make our pizza dough. Okay, ready, Elizabeth? Okay, let's do this. So first we're going to add in the salt. So put the salt in the bowl. Good job. And then we're going to put the yeast in the bowl. This one right here. Good job. And then we're going to whisk everything together. Okay, Elizabeth is finished whisking those ingredients, and now she's going to add in the 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Go ahead, Elizabeth. Good job. And now we're going to stir that with our spatula. And now while Elizabeth is stirring, I'm going to add in the 1 3/4 cups of warm water. Now we're going to stir these ingredients together until sort of a rough dough forms, and then we're going to turn that dough out onto a floured surface. Now I'm going to knead the dough for a few minutes and then shape it into a ball. Okay, so once you have your dough shaped into a ball, you want to lightly oil your bowl with about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And then you want to drop the dough into the bowl and then tightly cover the bowl with plastic wrap. Now I'm going to set the dough aside and let it rise for about 1 to 2 hours. And to sort of get things going, I like to just turn my oven on for a little while. Maybe for about 10 or 15 minutes so that it gets nice and warm and creates a great environment for the dough to rise. And then I'll shut it off and just let the dough continue to rise. So for the purposes of this video, so that I didn't have to take a huge break in between filming, I went ahead and made this second pizza dough here earlier today, and we're gonna move on with this pizza dough. So this is what it will look like after it's been sitting for about 1 to 2 hours. As you can see, it's nice and fluffy and has risen, and we're gonna go ahead and move on with the rest of the recipe using this dough. So once the dough has risen, you want to turn it out onto a floured surface again, and then knead it a little bit more, and then shape it into a log, and then divide it into 3 equal parts. And then you want to shape each part into a ball. Once you've formed the 3 balls of dough, you'll want to move one of your oven racks to the lowest position and then preheat the oven to 500 degrees. Now it's time to make and assemble the first pizza, and we'll start by rolling out the dough. Once your pizza dough is done, put it on a pan and start assembling the toppings. I'm gonna make this first pizza a classic pepperoni pizza. So for the first pizza, I'm gonna be adding sauce, cheese, pepperoni, and then on the outer crust, I'm gonna be adding a little bit of olive oil. And don't miss that step, guys. Adding a little bit of olive oil around the outer crust of your pizza makes it even more delicious. Okay, our pizza is ready for the oven now. So I'm gonna place it in there and then set my timer for 8 minutes. While our first pizza is cooking, I'm gonna roll out the dough for our veggie pizza. Okay guys, our first pizza is done and it looks delicious. And trust me guys, this is a delicious pizza. This recipe is tried and true. We've made these pizzas many times. This is so good. So I know that we're gonna enjoy this today, and I'm sure if you try the recipe you will enjoy it too. Now I'm gonna go back and finish making the veggie pizza. Now we really like mushrooms and an assortment of bell peppers on our veggie pizzas, so I'm gonna help Elizabeth use some of the tools that came in the Curious Chef pizza kit to slice these up. Elizabeth, you like mushrooms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like mushrooms on your pizza?
Yeah. And I'm going to cut them, and I'm going to do the rest of the things.
Yeah, you're doing a good
I'm
job.
going to cut the pizza too.
You want to cut the pizza with your pizza cutter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Okay, our veggies are ready. Now we're gonna start assembling the veggie pizza. Yay! Okay.
There's one more right here.
Okay.
You're not done.
Yeah.
Come in now.
Okay, our veggie pizza is ready, and Elizabeth did a great job, right, Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Yeah? And now I'm gonna put this pizza in the oven, and then I'm gonna set the timer for 8 minutes, just like we did with the other pizza. And then we're going to go ahead and cut the pepperoni pizza because Elizabeth is really wanting to use her new pizza cutter, right? You have to hold, let me show you how to hold it. You gotta hold it like this. Okay? Hold it with, no, with that hand. With this hand. Okay?
It's too hard.
Hold it like this. Let's turn the pizza. Turn the other hand. Okay, now it's time to make our final pizza. And this last one is going to be topped with mini pepperonis. Okay, our mini pepperoni pizza is ready, so I'm gonna put it in the oven and set the timer for 8 minutes. Okay, our final pizza is done and it looks delicious. And that wraps up this video on how my family makes homemade pizza. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for your help today, Elizabeth.